We're back, and we have reached the first bonfire of the Undead Burg with our new character, the Arbiter. This build, when it's finished, is going to use the Moonlight Greatsword as well as Velka's Talisman. We're going to have 40 Intelligence and 28 Faith. It's going to be a pretty interesting build. And one of the things that's nice about this build is it's going to require us do a lot of stuff. Like, we would have to do a lot of side quests to finish this build up. So this kind of playthrough is perfect to make this kind of build. This is one of those builds I've tried to make on at least one other occasion, and when I tried to make it, I messed up somebody's quest, and so like I couldn't make it. I couldn't make the build unless I went into New Game Plus. And who wants to go into New Game Plus just to make it? You know, drove me crazy. Drove me crazy. So this time I can actually like take my time with it. That little room right there, you know, like the amount of fun you can have just like walking in, parry, you know, backstab, all the cool stuff, all the cool mechanics you can see on display. If you're familiar with the game, you know, like you can, there's an aspect of replayability that Sekiro has that I don't see people mention a lot. But Sekiro, to me, is replayable because the more you understand the game and the better you are at it, like, the more you can just stomp that game into the ground and, like, sort of challenging yourself to get better and, like, beat the bosses faster, you know? Things like that. Is like a level of replayability that I know not everybody is gonna enjoy, but it's something that I absolutely love, and this game really brings that to us. I really like it. This is a firebomb, but this one is called a black firebomb. This is a black bisque urn filled with black powder, yada yada. Black firebombs are especially destructive, this one says. The way enemies' weapons recoil off your shield, I love that so much. These enemies are, you know, like, pretty standard enemies, but, like, they can kind of put up a fight a little bit. Whereas in Dark Souls 3, when you fight just regular hollows, they don't have a lot going for them. They're kind of boring. And then when you fight, like, a hollow with a weapon, like a halberd hollow or a great axe hollow, like, they have that little bit of like, just standing around poise that makes them feel like some sort of in-between. Right? Dark Souls 1, like, they're either like us, or they're different. It's very intuitive, you know? You see these dudes and you're like, oh, he's like me. If I hit him, I'll knock him around, you know? I can interrupt him. And that's, I like that. This weighs slightly more, but it gives me poise. This has 8 poise, whereas this, for some reason, has 0 poise. There is 0 poise on hard leather armor with a big metal arm. Ridiculous. Oh yeah. Now we're starting to look good. And a Titanite shard. Oh, baby. Now, we bought a residence key from that vendor over there. And the residence key says it opens residence in Undead Burg. It's simple, sturdy design of the locks in the Burg keep out unwanted visitors. But this is a standard key in these parts and will open several residences. Yeah, that jingle jangle when you walk, that sound design, oh, it's so good. Gold pine resin. Where's that guy? I think he's going, huh? Uh-oh. I thought he'd keep walking. I really did. Another Titanite shard. Oh no! Now, somewhere along the way, killing all these enemies has netted us a soft humanity up there in the corner. Essentially, there's like this formula for it, where like you kill the number of enemies in a level as long as the boss is alive, and your character somehow gets like a full humanity out of that. The Crestfallen kind of mentioned it a little bit, where he was like, yeah, you can chop them up bit by bit. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 sound design is absolutely, oh, it's so good. So here we see our first dude who is not like us. And the fact that we swing on this dude and it doesn't interrupt him is, you know, like, oh shit, he's big, you know, this is a big deal. I love this dude. This is, like, this right here is like Proto-Sekiro. We can swing on him. Until it's time to press parry. And, like, I love that so much. Like, I wish the Souls games had gone more in that direction, where you fight dudes who are like slightly bigger than you, and like you can just wail on them until it's time to press parry, and then you can parry them like immediately. But because Souls requires like that balance, that's not something we have. Like, we don't get that because they took the parry mechanic and they were like, it's too fast, let's make it slower. And you know, you understand why, because parrying is really strong in this game. And like 0 frame startup. The fact that the final boss of this game can just be absolutely trivialized by parrying him. If you could see enemy poise bars in Souls, that would be a good system. I'm okay with not seeing it. You know, I don't think I have anything wrong. I don't think I'm opposed to seeing it. But I don't think there's anything wrong with not being able to see it either. It's something you can learn, you know? Like, okay, if I hit him this many times with... Whoa! If I hit him this many times with this attack, it seems to stagger him. You know, as long as it's consistent. As long as it's consistent, I think it's fair, even if you can't see it. Alright, let's try this again. I knew it. I knew you'd come over here. Alright, we've got 1 humanity from killing enemies. This should give us a second one. Look at that. 2 soft humanity, chat. The parry is so strong because it allows us to make these dudes play like on our terms. You know what I mean? Like it stops them from doing what they were doing, which is like, as you know, Dark Souls is not the first game to have a parry mechanic. But the way they implement it and use it is so good. And it's so satisfying. It's just so satisfying. Man, that fourth R1 always throwing me off here. Whoa! That was fast as shit! Did you guys see how fast he hit me with the shield and then he hit me with the shield and then he just immediately got like a stab. Pretty badass. Really cool enemy design. Look how terrifying he is too, you know? This early in the game, like this dude just seems like, oh my god, what is this? All right, I need to slow it up a little bit. I can't play it exactly as fast as Sekiro because it's Dark Souls. Oh, I'm out. Look at that combo! 1-2. That's so fast. I tried to parry his shield bash. Such a cool encounter. It is such a cool encounter. And beating that dude nets us a Black Knight sword, which unfortunately we're not going to be able to use, and a Titanite chunk. Great sword of the Black Knights who wander Lordran, used to face chaos demons. The large motion that puts the weight of the body into the attack reflects the size of their adversaries long ago. I love Dark Souls 1 for this, you know, hey, you suck at using this weapon. These animations, you know, they did away with them because it's a lot of work to put these animations on, you know, on essentially telling the player like, hey, don't use this. It's a lot of work to do that. So like, I understand why they got rid of them, but man, it's such a nice touch. Man, and the ragdoll corpses, like, is there anything better? Is there anything better? You're gonna get the Black Knight glaive off the first Black Knight? Because this is a cursed run? Probably. Yeah, that's another thing. Finding that sword gives us something to aspire to in the short term. And it gives us, like, we don't know what's going on in this game, right? We don't know anything. That sword, however, becomes like an anchor for us. like, oh, okay, if I level up my strength and my dexterity, I can use it, you know? It becomes a short-term goal to keep us interested in our character. It's very clever. Hey, we got a battle axe. Yeah, God Philo, we're doing like a pretty slow playthrough. I've done one for Sekiro and one for Bloodborne recently, so my 3 favorite games are those 3: Sekiro, Bloodborne, and Dark Souls 1. So I'm happy to give Dark Souls 1 the same slow playthrough treatment, you know?
Oh, there you are. Still keeping your marbles all together? Then go ahead, don't be a nitwit. Never hurts to splurge when your days are numbered.
Alright, so we're gonna buy... we can buy some weapons, we can buy some arrows, we can buy some armor. For sure we want the repair box, and for sure we want the bottomless box, and we have enough to buy both of those things. So, let's go ahead and buy those. The bottomless box is a peculiar bottomless wooden box. Its origins are unknown. Some deride it as a symbol of unbridled avarice. Any number of items can be deposited into the box, and items can be managed while resting at a bonfire. I like the idea that that mimics are just like sentient bottomless boxes. Some weapons we could pick up here. Some arrows, some chain mail, chain helm of thin interlinking rings of steel, common throughout the human world since it can be easily produced, is not too heavy, and offers good defense. And leather gauntlets made of soft leather, one of the more common kinds of protective gear. We will purchase these gauntlets because, if I'm not mistaken, they come with 5 poise for 3.6 weight.
Thank you kindly.
As opposed to our current gauntlets, which are 3.5 weight for no poise. So this is just a strict upgrade. Poise is an interesting mechanic. The ability to just tank a hit without flinching while you're not doing anything other than like literally just existing is an interesting mechanic. But much like the parry mechanic, you can understand why they chose to change it, because it's pretty strong, you know? So in later games, poise became tied to hyper armor, and our ability to you know, like swing and attack and continue swinging even if we were hit, which is you know, like a lot of people objected to that, but I think it is I think it is 100% a better mechanic. It requires more thought. But what's wrong with it? The only thing wrong with that mechanic is they kept it named poise. Should they have had to have changed the name of their own mechanic? No. Should they have changed the name of their own mechanic? Yes, because gamers are not the brightest people. And there's like a million people who just never figured out that, like, oh, it just means a different. It's the same principle. It just does different. You know what I mean? Anyway, we got a copper coin from that jerk, Petrus. It's a coin made of copper. Its face shows Old Man McCloyf, god of medicine and drink. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in Lordran, where the accepted currency is souls. Those who dream of returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these around. Ah, too fast. What I want more than anything, chat, is that sweet, sweet undead soldier armor. The one that guy's wearing, right there. I want his armor. I don't want this armor. I want the other armor. I want that one. Give me that one. Not the helmet, the armor. You did that on purpose, you jerk. All right, come on, boy. Let me get that armor. You didn't give me anything. Hey, I'll take that spear. That was nice of you. So, the Black Knight, unlike the other enemies that we fought, apparently stays dead if we kill him, which is an interesting difference between that fearsome enemy and these regular guys that we seem to be fighting. Hey, Fear Tendies! Welcome back. Thank you for 34 months, 2 in a row. Getting close to 3 years, almost. Thank you, Fear Tendies. I wonder if they keep anything cool in this door. I guess we'll find out later. Hey, what's up, Solemn Snake? I'm similar, Rusty. Anytime I see somebody playing this game, I just want to play this game. Not, you know, not unrelated, the fact that I was like, I knew I was going to do another deep playthrough of a game, I just didn't know if it was going to be Dark Souls or Demon Souls, but Epic Name Bro has been playing a lot of Dark Souls 1 lately on his Twitch channel. And, yeah. Just, you know, seeing that was like, yes, I want it so badly. You guys remember that gold pine resin we found? Rare pine resin which emits golden sparks, applies lightning to your right-hand weapon. Affected weapon inflicts rare lightning damage, making it effective against targets which are resilient to both magic and fire. Very effective against dragon family foes. You know what? I think we're not going to use it. I think we're just going to fight this dude straight up. Oh no! What a great dude. Woo! Ow! You're supposed to back up! Yeah, like that! You jerk! Oh! My internet decided it wanted to, my internet decided it didn't want to work. Our Comcast brand internet, the only brand of internet available in my area, but it's not a monopoly because they've they've funneled enough money into the pockets of politicians to tell us that it's not. Thank you, everybody involved. Beautiful. So I died on purpose, is what just happened. My internet, I was like, oh, I can't win. I can't win this easy fight that's not a challenge for me in any way, shape, or form. This fight is so easy to me. But I saw that my internet was acting up, and I was like, you know what? I'll lose on purpose. That way, you know, I'll wait for my internet to get better, and then we'll do it again. So that's just me being a good streamer. You know, giving you guys entertainment value. You know, that's just what it is. My internet has been like, real talk, my internet has been like just absolutely garbage today. I tried to stream earlier and like it wouldn't even let me like connect. Like that's how bad it was being. It's funny to think about like the internet as like a finite resource, and Comcast is just out of internet juice. You know, they're just out of it. They just don't have any more. They ran out of the finite internet juice that I pay for every month. You know, do they own NBC, the television broadcast company? Yeah, I mean they own that. And do they own Universal Studios? Yeah, you know, and sure, you know, but that doesn't mean that like they should have to like, you know, provide the service that you pay them to provide you with. They've got all this other stuff going on, you know? Oh, Lord. All right, I need a minute. Thank you. Don't you swing that twice. Look at this guy. Employee of the month, firebomb tosser. Left his station. Woo! See, now this wouldn't be happening if you didn't work with the employee of the month over there. We could have just ignored each other and everything would have been fine. That's the problem, Blue Mage Paladin, is there is no higher tier of internet available to me in my location. Like this is, you know, and to be fair, the subscription-based model that all internet service providers work off of isn't even like, it doesn't come down to like just what your average Joe pays the internet, like, you know, on their bill. For like to illustrate this point, I could call Comcast right now because my contract with them is over, and I could be like, hey, cancel my internet, you guys suck. And they would forward me to a department called retention, where there are employees whose sole job it is to keep you a Comcast customer. And so if I called Comcast right now and I was like, hey, my internet sucks, they would connect me to some call center in India, or South America, or, you know, wherever. They would connect me with some, they pay these people like a nickel an hour to basically tell you to turn your modem off and on again, and they don't care what happens. They can schedule an appointment for somebody to come to your house and check your modem. They can do that, but that's about the extent of their power. Look how great this game is. I'm gonna stop ranting about Comcast for just a minute, and I just want you to look at how, like, what a great area this is. Just take a moment. Look at that. What's up there? Where's that lead? Where are we going? What adventure have we undertook? All right. However, if you call and say you just want to cancel your internet, you're forwarded to somebody who works in like Philadelphia or Chicago or Austin or San Francisco, and and they're like, "Oh no, don't cancel your internet. We'll take $30 off your bill for the next year." And you can negotiate with that person. Sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, I can give you $60 off for the next year if you sign a contract. Oh, I can give you $30 off without signing a contract." That's their entire job, by the way. And everyone who can hear my voice should do that. And if you have any questions on how to do that, that literally used to be my full-time job. That used to be what I did. I will happily give you that information for free so that you can call and pester and fuck with your internet service provider just because I hate Comcast so much. I will tell you how to do it. It's very simple. But yeah, they don't, even if they offered a tier higher than what they do, I would take it, but they don't. Yeah! Oh, he got me. Woo. This dodge mechanic coming in handy right here. Ow! I thought I could stagger him. Get wrecked. Get absolutely wrecked. Oh, look, chat, look! We got a humanity and a homeward bone and a demon's great axe. Carved from the bones of fellow demons wielded by the lesser Taurus demon, this axe is imbued with no special power, but can merrily beat foes to a pulp. Merrily? Is that what that? Providing you have the strength to wield it. And the battle axe, I forgot to read this. A standard battle axe inflicts regular damage, making it effective in various situations. Powerful attack due to its weight, but one wrong swing leaves the wielder wide open, so timing and proximity to the enemy must be judged carefully. This is another mechanic that I absolutely miss the hell out of, and that is the whiffed swing mechanic that they did away with. So if I swing this weapon and I don't hit anybody, right there, it's just a simple little, it's so simple, but look at it. And think about the fact that they spent time making their people put this in the game. Like, making this animation, coding the defense values, etc., etc., etc. But like, watch the little stutter right there, and the bigger your weapon is, the harder you stagger, like the more you stumble, and it really gives a weight to the combat that no other Souls game since has been able to capture. People use the term slow. Somebody said this in chat earlier. People use the word slow, but it's not just slow. It's also deliberate. It's very meticulous. It's thought out. Everything, every action has a consequence, and that's like the idea that Dark Souls 3 tried to get faster and be more like Bloodborne. Like, I'm not saying I loved Dark Souls 2's take on this, but Dark Souls 3 trying to go faster felt like the game had hit like an identity crisis, where like it didn't know if it wanted to be Bloodborne or Dark Souls. And you know, like I more than anything, I would love it if Elden Ring went back to, and keep in mind, Elden Ring is essentially like our new Dark Souls. You know, it's 10 years since this game has been released, 2011, Dark Souls 1, and just from the interview that we have with Miyazaki about Elden Ring, you know, it's them taking like the sum total of all of the knowledge that they've acquired making these games and trying to make one cohesive thing out of it. Look at this area, by the way. I know Solaire and he's great, but like, look at that, you know? What a just a beautiful place to live this must have been if you didn't have a whole apocalypse filled with zombies, you know? Just so good. It's so good. Yeah. Let's hit up our boy Solaire, but we'll put a little split in the VOD, and this will be the end of episode number 2. Yeah. After taking down the tourist demon.